Hello everyone and welcome to another premier draft of Forgotten Realms. This is also my 10th draft of this set, which means it's going to feature my first set completion status update. You will see the details if you are interested in that kind of stuff, of course. You will see the details in the description below, and also at the end of the video there's also a chapter selection. You can jump there right away if you just want to see how the set completion status, because I will be having such a status sort of report every 10 events, and I assume I will be completing the set maybe after 60 drafts, if it's if the pace is of getting mythic rares and packs is about the same that it has usually been for me. Alright, well, let's pick the incredible bomb rare here. Look at this card. 5 mana 4/4 flyer with ward of a discard a card, and then when this, well, you can read the text. This just becomes an 8/8, and then it's an incredible 5 out of 5 rare here. No questions asked. The best card in the pack, obviously. And let's hope that black is sufficiently open here, because that card is so good. Alright, so here the best cards are the two 2-drops here. Well, I suppose there are more than two, but I mean, of course, the red 2-drop and the green 2-drop. These are the best cards in the pack. I'm not sure. I guess the red is slightly better. I really just like the Gnoll Hunter though, but this can do stuff alone even better than the Gnoll Hunter, I think. So I will take the red one here. I haven't played a black-green deck yet. It would be interesting to maybe try that too, but this is a tad better than the Gnoll Hunter, so let's do it. And okay, there's a lurking roper here, which is a pretty decent green card. You don't always get to attack with it, but as a 4/5 blocker, it's very tough to attack past it, and without flyers, of course. And when you pick this early in the draft, you can gain some kind of life gain effects as well. Anyway, what is the pick? I don't think I'll take the roper in here. Yeah, after passing that green card, maybe. I don't want to move to green now. I'm thinking about the Cradle though. I could, ignore the red if it's not open, and this pack definitely doesn't have an interesting red card. And the black card, this Vampire Spawn, I think it's good, but this is just so much better if I end up, blue-black. It would be very sad to have passed this card earlier. Okay, well, definitely the blue and black cards here are decent. Well, mostly I still haven't checked how to pronounce this word, so I'm not gonna say it. Whatever. This thing is a decent enough removal, and the Guild Thief is pretty good, and especially in blue-black deck that has ways to make creatures unblockable. There are also 2 lands which I really want to have just to fix mana, but I'm not taking a land here now. I think I will take, yeah, I'm not sure. I think I'll take the Guild Thief, and then now I can focus even more into making things unblockable. It already is pretty good with this card, but let's take the 2-drop now. And I think if I don't see a good red card here, yeah, I will just cut the Battle Cry Goblin now. These lands are very good, of course, but I have a good chance to draft a blue-black deck, because blue and black is somewhat open. Although the UC guard approach is pretty bad, you come to a river is mediocre. So, but at least there are some blue and black cards. I'll take this thing right now, and there's a Thief's Tools, which is not great in all the decks, but in this blue-black deck it actually is. I'm taking it over the Arcane Investigator here for sure. Okay, Purple Worm here still. I think this is pretty good. It's not that hard to get the 5 mana mode, and it's an insane card at 5 mana. Well, let's take the Charmed Sleep, a reasonable removal spell. And well, there's the Fangblade, which is going to be picked. So no one, oh no, this is a pick 8, so again, if I went green, I would have 2 Gnoll Hunters here, because this is not the one I passed earlier, but because this is just, I mean, out of the common 2-drops, probably the best common 2-drop. I'm not familiar enough with the set to say that's absolutely the case, but it feels like there's no better common 2-drop than this Gnoll Hunter. So why is it still there, and don't do this to me, draft table. No one takes green cards. Well, I didn't take either, but I had very good cards I chose over the green cards there. Am I going to... I'm going to just take it because it shouldn't be this late in there. I'm still going to be blue-black here. This is a best of one draft actually, so there's not going to be any sideboarding here. That's a fine card to run. And here, well, it's past all the green now then. I picked one green because I just wanted to take the card out of the pack. Even though these are obviously not pod drafts, you don't play against the people you draft with. Well, there's a chance you get paired with them anyway, but it's not a... It's usually you are just gonna be paired against anyone in the entire pool of drafters. So hate drafting is never a reasonable thing to do in these drafts. But the pack that had the Gnoll Hunter didn't have anything really for me, so... I suppose I have 2 green cards and only 3 blue cards here, so I still could. But going to green-black after passing a bunch of decent green cards would really, feel kind of sad. Because I definitely would have wanted to have all the good green cards if I went that direction. And now there's a Varys Silvery Moon Ranger, which is amazingly good card. Okay, now this is a tough one. What else does the pack have? There's an Eccentric Apprentice, another Lurking Roper too. Eyes of the Beholder, another one of these. Oh yeah. The thing is that I have pretty decent blue cards here, and the combination with even the Thieves' Tools is just pretty nice, but this is just... I will take this and I will move to green now. I mean, it would be a mistake, I think, otherwise. Yeah, I'll take it and let's see if I get more green cards. There's a green rare, but this is actually not a particularly good one. It's pretty slow, and you don't have to put a harmony counter on it, but you might just run out of creatures of certain mana cost, and using 4 mana for the effect is going to be very, very expensive. Anyway, I'm going to be black-green now because I have more black cards than blue cards. So maybe it is going to be here. Yeah, Skullport Merchant. That's pretty decent card actually. So let's take it. And the Gnoll Hunter should be here. How about the Ranger? No, I don't think... These are kind of playable, but a bit weak. At least I haven't been past anything too great blue here, so moving out of the blue color might not hurt me too much here. But I do remember that I would have 2 of these Gnoll Hunters. I suppose black-green isn't the greatest combination for the pack tactics, so maybe the Gnoll isn't that great. Yeah, it's better I think in red-green and green-white. Yeah, maybe to trigger the pack tactics. Black isn't that good in that business. Here I think I'll take the Hexblade. I don't have too much treasure generation yet, but I don't think I want to take the Vampire Spawn. I can just take a 2-drop. I could take the Herd Gorger, but maybe not. Okay, Gnoll Hunter is here. Yeah, there's a Windseer. Oh, by the way, this is... Oh, okay. If I was black-white, this would be an amazing card. Death Touch, which has first strike when it attacks, is pretty tough to block. And, well, it has only 1 power, so opponent can just take it, but then you get to venture into dungeon repeatedly. Well, I'm not moving to white-black here now. I think it is just going to be a Gnoll Hunter here. Another... Okay, a black-white would have gotten some pretty good stuff here too. Alright, so here Plummet would be a good pick for the sideboard in best of 3 and not in best of 1. So let's take the Death Toucher here. I think I have enough 2-drops now. There's an Evolving Wilds, which I'm gonna take here. Now it's time to get some fixing here. The Gretchen, I don't think it's really a card you would splash. So let's cut the blue. I won't be playing them. That is now 12. Okay, 11 non-land cards, and I have some green. Yeah, I have a couple of green cards that I can play in case I run out of playables. So I have this makes a treasure token, and this makes a treasure token. What else? This makes a treasure token, and venturing into dungeons can get me treasure tokens too, so it means that the Hide Hexblade might be able to draw some cards occasionally. Alright, here I don't think I'm gonna take the sampling Ghast. I will take an expensive card now. 6-drop or a 7-drop. Sorry, 6-drop or a 5-drop. I think the size of the creature is just so much better than this. Yeah, this has a fairly okay ability, but 6 mana is a lot to sink into such an activated ability. Alright, should I try the Compelled Duel? I don't think it's very good, but it is a kind of card that can be an efficient removal at times. But I don't know, maybe I should just take something like a Circle of the Moon Druid, because I have 2 Gnoll Hunters. This is all you need to trigger the pack tactics for it. I think I'll play 1 Eyes of the Beholder. I will do that. I don't have a lot of removal here. I have like this small creature removal and then the expensive one. There's nothing in here for me, is there? Yeah, whatever. Another one of these. Well, I guess I could play. Oh no, that's too many expensive cards. I don't think I will be doing that. Am I gonna play this? I'm not really that. Well, I'm not gonna play 2 of those Inspiring Bards. I have 1 in the sideboard, so maybe I will take the. Maybe I'll try that. What's this? You find a cursed idol. I can try it again. I tried it once. It didn't do anything in the games, but I mean it was just one draft where I had in my deck, so I maybe can try it again. Right here, so there's a Horde Robber, and there's another Death Toucher, and then there is a Ray of Enfeeblement. As a 1 mana instant, even when the opponent doesn't have white creatures, the -4/-1 can do things. Of course, it can just kill anything with 1 toughness, but then again, this works as a combat trick that just makes a trade, would-be trade into actual, this saves your creature. I'll take the Ray of Enfeeblement here. It's also amazing against any white opponent. A check for traps is the 2 mana. Well, it's not this card, but kind of the same thing. It's playable. Well, not that amazing. How many creatures are? I have 11. I have a couple in here though. So should I take it after all? I'm not sure I want to play the Coal or another one of those Basilisks. I actually have a reasonable amount of 2 mana creatures. Although this is a 2 mana play too, but it's not like this pack has any other option than one of these 3. And I think I'll take the Exile from Hand effect in here. I think with the Hill Giant Herd Gorgers, I will play the Neverwinter Dryad here. I might play both of them and the Eyes of the Beholder. It's a possibility. So let's take the Herd Gorger. This Ranger's Longbow is pretty bad. It's +2/+1 and reach when it's a 2 to play, 3 to equip. That is a lot of mana. So I'll take the ramp thing for my 6 drops. And here, okay, what should I take? I'm not sure if I like the Compelled Duel. Loathsome Troll. How many 5 drops I have? I guess the 1. I don't have any 4 drops, so that maybe means that I will be playing the Inspired Bard here. So should I take this one? It's not that great against. Yeah, it's that 2 toughness is so bad here. I guess I'll just take the Basilisk here. Whatever. I don't like the rope thing. What was it? I don't think it's very good. Okay, so I could take an Innkeeper, makes a treasure token. I don't care about the life gain though, and it's just a 2 mana 1/1. Maybe I'll take the Clattering Skeletons. Sure. Another 4-drop here. I have some venture here, not a lot, but I could get some multiple ventures during a game. And yeah, I'm still not going to play the longbow. I guess the feign death can be okay. Do I have some enters the battlefield abilities? Not a ton actually, but I can still play it. I mean, rather than any other card in that pack. Okay, well, there's an old bear. I would have actually taken the find the path here because of the 6 drops I have, but not over an old bear. That's green's, I think, best common. Pump spell. I think one of these dryads is enough. I might play the pump spell, I might not, we will see. And here we have nonsense. I don't play 3 of these, but let's pick the green card anyway. Yeah. Well, I guess I can take a longbow now, but I will be playing it. There's a compelled duel. Sure. I don't think I'm gonna play it because I have 2 cards to cut here. I'm not going to. If I put the compelled duel in the deck, I would have 3 other cards to cut in that case. And I think what I have in my deck here are better than that. Probably I will be cutting this. Do I play 2 of these? Because I have 2 Gnoll Hunters. I wish I had a 3rd one from the pack one. Yeah, because I took the Battlecry Goblin over the Gnoll Hunter, and I never went red, so I could have just chosen the other one. But I think this is a better card, so it was a correct pick. Yeah, how about the sideboard in here? Probably not really going to play any of those. I have 2 of these Basilisks in the deck. That's pretty much enough, I think. So let's go here. Cut the lands for now. And it's going to be 17 lands with the Neverwinter Dryad and some treasure making. But what are the... So another question is the Thieves' Tools actually a card you want to play in this deck? In the blue-black deck with the, this blue stuff and this thing? Yeah, definitely. But a green deck has also creatures that have, power higher than 3. So this won't even do a whole lot with them. I think that Thieves' Tools will go here away. Check for traps is cuttable. I like the 1 deadly dispute here. I think I have... How many treasure tokens can I get? 1... Well, basically these 2, because I might cut the cursed idol thing. And I have some venture, but not a lot. I can get some treasure tokens from venturing. So I'm not sure about the Hexblade. How many 2-drops I have in total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the discard. Okay, so let's see the feign death. It can save my 6 drops and even gain some life back when they re-enter. And then I can draw a card from this thing. I can get another venture from this thing. Maybe I'll play it. How many creatures? That is 17. I can cut creatures here. Although this is not exactly a creature, this is more like a land. It's actually tough. I think I will play the Circle of the Moon Roots because I have the Gnoll Hunters. It's such a nice way to curve out Gnoll Hunter into this thing and maybe get the pack tactics happen right away. Yeah, maybe the check for traps is just not what I want to be doing. And maybe that you find a cursed idol should be the other cut. I guess it could be the Basilisk too. Against some decks the 1-2 isn't that important. Am I that defensive myself? Do I need a 1-2? I don't think. Let's still give a chance to that you find a cursed idol. If nothing else, I can just venture into dungeon and get a treasure token to maybe play one of these things. If I otherwise won't have mana for it, or just get them turn earlier. It's not a great use of mana, but at least you can combine that venture with some other venture effect later in the game. Who knows? I will do this. And yeah, definitely it's a 17 land deck. Amount of color, yeah, 10 and 13. I have double casters for green. For black, yeah, there's no way to do anything else than 7+7 basic lands here. So let's do that. Have I used all these things? Not sure. Sorry, of course I meant 8+8, not 7+7. And swamps. No, that's from Strixhaven. Let's take this one. Oh, come on. This goes away. And that's the deck. Best of 1, no sideboarding. It's an okay curve. I have some good cards. Of course, there's the first pick in the draft. And then there's varies. So with 2 very good rares. And some removal. Decent curve here. Some heavy hitters if game goes long. Which has happened quite a few times in this format. It seems to be maybe a bit slow. Unless then if the opponent has a very hyper-aggressive red-green pack tactics deck that can run one over. Then I will miss my Death Toucher. I have only one of my Death Toucher 2-drops now in the deck. I also finally got to platinum rank, so this is where the true grind starts. That's a decent hand. True grind starts in terms of maybe getting to mythic rare. Mythic rare, no, mythic rank. Okay, these tools from a black-red deck. I have a Null Hunter here. Don't kill it. No. They kill it. I mean, I would have liked to have the Feign Death up when they play removal, but what can you do? I might miss a play on the next turn, actually, because... well, I don't have anything to play. Okay, so this thing says... a creature died, they pay mana to get a skeleton, which will get the pump effect as long as this thing is alive. Well, it's not like I can kill it, so let's play our skeletons. If they have another removal spell when I am tapped out, it would be annoying because I have both a Deadly Dispute and a Feign Death in here. But what can I do? If they do, they do. Okay, now they get the card and lose 1 life. And they have 3 mana left. 4 mana. Equip for the attacks. Unblockable. Okay. At least I get to untap, but they are... well, I guess... so they are not winning the race. This is like an even situation in terms of the race. But I kind of hate to... if this thing starts spawning the 2/2s, that's going to be bad. Let's see what they do. I'm not gonna block, obviously, because I don't... okay, so that thing is gonna get -2/-2. So this will trigger no matter what, but I will of course use either Feign Death or Deadly Dispute. I think... well, I could actually use them both if I'm really... because I can... let me see. Draw 2 cards and create a treasure token. This comes... no, it comes... yeah, I can't eat the treasure token because if I do the Feign Death and then this thing, this will actually return before the treasure token has been generated. So, do I want to draw the cards or do I want to keep myself a 3/3? I think the cards are better. Also, that means their venture won't actually resolve. That's an important thing I didn't realize at first. But they will get this thing. The Death Priest will trigger now. But they will get a 1/1, which is going to be a 2/2 thanks to the Priest's ability. But I get my 6-drop here now. That's good, actually. Gain some life here too. If they don't have answer for the 6-drop, I might just win here. And I have the treasure here, and now that I drew the land, this is perfect, because the Feign Death, I can use that now, if they have a removal for the Hill Giant. It will enter tapped though, but it will gain me 3 life. And they are dealing 6, I can take that. Assuming they kill the herd gorger and it comes back tapped. They can attack for 6, but I will be at 20 minus 6 is 14. Completely acceptable. That is unblockable, so they can attack with the Death Priest, but if they don't have an answer for the herd gorger, this is going to be... This bodes very well for me. So any reason to not attack? Yeah, no. I have all kind of tricks available too. But if they double block the skeletons, am I going to use the bull strength or feign death? I think I will use maybe the feign death. They might have some instant. Yeah, I guess if they had the eyes of the beholder, they probably would have used it on the herd gorger, because that would be a nasty response here. So I could just use the bull strength too. I kind of like to use it for the herd gorger because it gains trample that way. Get to venture. But it would be pretty great to leave the feign death here for the herd gorger. Okay, I'm actually doing it like this after all. Let's see what they do. They have nothing. And then I can play this thing and leave mana up for my instants. I don't think I want to sacrifice this for the 1/1, no. But these are 3 lethal creatures. They need to deal with my guys somehow, and I have the feign death in here. So, is there any need to... Oh, fine, I will use it now. Otherwise it's never gonna do anything if I don't ever use it. So let's do it. If they have now an answer for the herd gorger, they still have to deal with both of these other creatures. White enters tapped. That can't be blocking now. Yep, that's game. Because they have 2 blockers and I have 3 lethal attackers. Let's just go. I'm on the play without green mana. I have the merchant though. This can draw me cards. Okay, if I draw 1 land, I can play this thing, and then I can sacrifice the treasure to draw 2 more cards and generate another treasure. And if I ever get to this thing, yeah, I think this is a keep. I can also play the Precipious drop to if I draw a 3rd land, that is to scry ones from the Panna, whatever that is. Of course, if I don't draw the 3rd land in like a couple of draw steps, I will be in trouble. Well, that was the perfect draw. Of course, I might just want to play this thing. Well, we will see. This makes a big land creature at some point. I suppose I can kill it with Eyes of the Beholder. Okay, they get to venture now. I might just drop it to venture myself. Let's see if I find a land to play the Varys here. That's of course going to happen. I guess I could play the Old Bear too if that happens. But I rather play this thing first too. They went to the Fandelver. I will play this thing first because then my creature spells give me ventures. I want to keep venturing. Okay, that was the perfect one here. So I'm going to attack because there's no harm. I can't block a flyer here. They might take 1 damage here. And they did. And now I will play the Varys. And now with the treasure I actually have also the Deadly Dispute up here. Well, I have the Skullport Merchant up too. So, but I think I would just use this to draw an additional card. If they kill it, it has Ward 1. So killing it costs an extra mana. That's a good one, but I will kill that thing for sure with the drop. Land is good. I could just play the old bear. Yeah, this thing has reach. That's why they didn't attack with the flyer. If I play the 3 mana card, can't play anything else. I guess it's just... Although if I play the 5 drop, I don't have mana up for my things here. They missed the land drop too. I think I will go for a... Should I go for a Scry? If I go for the same dungeon as this one, get a +1. It might be better. Also, in this situation, when I'm the aggressor, I should maybe consider playing, going to the Tomb of Annihilation. Not sure though. Maybe I will just actually play the old bear here now. Let's do it. It's a 4/4 trampler. And I will be going for the Tomb of Annihilation here. I'm the aggressor. Now I have my... Oh, Feign Death, perfect draw. So now at least, yeah, if they have a removal of some kind. They could have like a... Of course, blue-green doesn't have a lot of removal. It could be having something that makes things tap. Yeah, there's a Charmed Sleep. They could have a... Okay, that's a good one. That needs to be killed actually, rather than the Soul Knife Spy. Okay. So what was I saying? Yeah, there's the fight spell. Well, it's not a fight spell, it's a bite spell. They could have used like on the targeting the Soul Knife Spy and kill the Silvery Moon Ranger. They had the 4 mana to pay for the ward. It is a 3 mana spell. But anyway, I had the Feign Death for that. Now, this thing has to die, right? Should I go? I'm gonna just do it right away. Go for the life loss. I will lose life here. So did they, and now I can attack with the 4/4 here. Yeah, the old bear is just such a good common. I remember in some older set there was the Kavu Climber. The Kavu Climber set that it's a 5 mana, it's a green and 3, so same mana cost. 5 mana 3/3, and when it enters the battlefield, draw a card. It was a good card in the limited format. It was some Kavu. It was of course some core set, but then it was in some other earlier set too. Anyway, they are attacking here. Well, I'm gonna go to blocks. This is gonna block here, this is gonna block here. I have Feign Death for some funny business. So they are going to kill the Skullport Merchant here. And it gets +1/+1. I see. I see. It actually was another. So this would die. This would trade here, and this is going to just die here. So how do I do this? Well, I want to Varys to survive, so I think I'm going to just do it like this, and then the Skullport Merchant is going to die. I guess I could Yeah, actually, yeah, let's do it like this. Why not? Why not draw the cards here? This thing is already blocked, it doesn't have trample or anything. Yeah, that was a pretty good. Oh, and I even got the Hexblade. Let's play the Hexblade first. Some venture is happening now. Yeah, Varys is not really fair. I will lose 2 life. And let's get our 4/4 token. No, it's a death trigger. I'm not getting anything yet. But if this dies, I get the 4/4 token. That should be game, of course. I mean, in multiple ways they are not gonna beat me here. Even if I didn't have the Eyes of the Beholder, but now that I do, they have no chance. Like so. Okay, I do like the instant speed interaction there. For example, I mean, it is of course a situational spell, but when you have a bunch of creatures, this Feign Death is actually quite nice. You can save your creature, especially if it's a high quality one, and it comes back as a with a counter, so it's a bit bigger. I haven't drawn my first pick yet, but of course I have won both the games, so who cares? And this time I have a hand without any black mana. Well, this is a mulligan now. I could get the treasure and then cast this thing, but it's not really, that's not good enough. And here it's gonna be the Herd Gorger. I have the Old Bear, which will buy the card back I lost when I mulliganed. Bag of Holding, alright. Well, that's the second green. That was a good draw. And I will miss a 2-drop unless I'm lucky here, but I will at least have 2 different options for turn 3. Okay, they will just start looting. This is very good because they get all these things back. They get all those things back. Eventually. So the late game is... opponent will win the late game because they get things like, well, this 6 mana card. Oh, that is also good, but I'm glad I have the removal for that thing. That's so important to kill this thing right away. What dungeon? I think it's gonna be the Scry. I don't need to draw any land here. So let's cry a land away. Oh, next turn. Sure, the Null Hunter is good. It is a 2-drop, but it will increase in size. I think I'll still play the Fangblade now. Yeah, I don't need to play the Null Hunter now. There's no point. I mean, I could leave the trick up here, but no point in that. Let's play the 3 mana card instead of the 2 mana card. It is expensive to loot with 2 mana, but well, they have 2. Okay, so they have 2 Eyes of the Beholder waiting if the game goes very late. That is not great for me. Now I think I will just use the Bull Strength. I hope they don't seem to have any effect there. So this will trample and I get to venture. That is good, and I can still play the Null Hunter here. I think I wanna do this because I'm in a rush here. I know I could have played the Old Bear, but I still get to play a 2-drop here, so that's okay. And I have this Death Touch attacker. If they don't want me to venture, they will need to either remove it or trade a creature with it. How many? So they have 3 Eyes of the Beholder. Well, soon they will get those things there. Let's do this first. Okay, I mean it's very slow. If they're gonna use 4 mana for this thing, I will win. Unless they have something. Well, they could have a land for use 4 mana for this. Okay, the shortcut seeker is. It is annoying, but I guess my Null Hunter can still. But yeah, I will lose to this Eyes of the Beholder unless I draw something. I don't know what. Yeah, the 2/5 was not actually nasty here because now they have a blocker here. They will still take 3 damage. I could attack with a token too. Could that be something I want to? Then they would take 7 damage if they choose to block the token. Another Gnoll Hunter. I think it is the way to go here. Let them eat the token if they want to. And they didn't, so that was just extra damage. Now, this was a good draw, because now I will have... I have quite a good board here. This will become a 4/4, this will become a 3/3. And if they really can't afford maybe activating this. They have 2 cards in their hand though. That is only a 6/5, but it is a good one because it can kill all my creatures. That was... I need something good now. That's not good, but I have to attack with everyone, otherwise I will lose. So they will eat the Null Hunter. That is a 4/4. I think they should kill the Null Hunter, yeah, because that would become a 5/5 otherwise. They take damage here. I have a Death Toucher. It's gonna be tough because the fact they had the 5 toughness creature there, that was cruel. That was a cruel thing. Oh come on, but they have all the... They were able to stabilize. They were able to stabilize because now I can attack with the Death Toucher, which actually, yeah, they will block with the Sampling Ghast, and then they will get the cards from this thing. That was so close for me. If I attack with all, only the 1/1 goes through. Or the Death Toucher or whatever. They will eat Clattering Skeletons. I will get a counter on something. Or I could... Okay, the Dark Pool can actually be good too, but it's... Yeah, oh man. Oh man, the problem is... I wouldn't be having trouble otherwise, but the back of holding is gonna give them all these cards back. And then they will start using them. But I can't attack now, it just makes no sense. I will play this thing now. And... Because I cannot... Well, I will attack with the Basilisk. I shouldn't have played that first. This will trade with the Sampling Ghast. It's fine. And now I need to draw some of my good stuff. Need to draw some of that. If they draw land... The good news is if they activate this, if they have a land, they can play the Death Priest of Miracle. Oh man, that's... Yep, that is an additional blocker for them. I'm losing to that thing. I said, long game is gonna be... Oh man. This is not the first time I've had this kind of match where the opponent is completely... I mean, at what? At such a low life total, and they exactly needed this. If they didn't draw... Yeah, well, they needed to have 1 creature there. If I attack with all, they are gonna drop to 2. And then I can use the Dark Pool, but it's gonna drop them to 1. When this dies, I mean. They will eat the 4/4, they will eat this 4/4 too. They will trade with the circle. They will... The 2/5 will block the Clattering Skeletons. They don't want to give me the Avenger there. But now they can start, you know, killing my stuff here. I mean, I have lost the game now. I needed to draw now something. And any removal spell, for example, well, I don't have a lot of them, but a removal spell would have worked here. I can make them go to 2, and then they are, even with the 1 venture won't help. I will lose so many creatures here. But it doesn't make any sense to... I will do I have any effect in the deck that, yeah, I had to draw something else than lands in there. Man, this Baleful Beholder turn was so good because they got the blocker that can eat my 4/4s. That was so insane. But this is how it goes. I mean, there's just no. I will deal 1 damage to them, and sadly they have 1 life too many. I guess I can try to venture into a you know, but no, I don't have enough. Well, I'm gonna use the dark pool here. So they are at 1. So this thing is lethal attacker. Yeah, they had 1 life too many. If I draw any creature, they kill it, and I'm dead in a couple of turns. They get to venture. Oh, they get to yeah, I forgot that thing. They went for the scry though. Oh, they had already gained a life. That's the no. Well, whatever. Yeah, they get to have this thing happen too. This dies. Oh, if I drew the removal on this thing. Oh man, because I have the Eyes of the Beholder in my deck too. They attacked with, but yeah, I had them. I guess the opponent. Yeah. Well, let's see what happens. They will get Scry too. They won't be gaining any life, but the problem is I'm dead. Okay, they have that thing. They're gonna Scry too. Fine. Oh, I can draw the. Yeah, actually, I can draw the. Yeah, the thing that draws me 2 cards. The sacrifice a creature or an artifact. A removal spell won't help because they got this thing. So 1 Eyes of the Beholder doesn't win me the game now. Well, I called it when I saw the back of holding. Game goes long, they will win. That's too late now. Yep. Of course they got the tokens there. I didn't even realize, but yeah, that was a close game. Definitely was close. I think I did the best I could. Maybe. Okay, let's see if this is ever gonna do anything. Because if in this event this is not gonna find good targets, I'm not sure if I'm gonna continue putting it in the main deck. Rust monster. I'll play my 2/4. Well, it's gonna be a 2/4 on their turn. If they find an artifact, I of course can't block the Rust monster. Okay, that's just a 4/3. Feign Death will actually be good. So I have the Inspiring Bard here too. I could make this a 6/4. It will just trade with the Sellsword though. But I guess it's okay. If they take it for some reason. I have a 3/3 to block with. This is 6/4. They can double block, but no, they wouldn't. That would be a mistake if they double blocked with this, because then I don't even have to kill the sampling gas there. because that would prevent the death trigger. So I think I will do it like this, just put pressure to the battlefield. Let's see what they do. Trading with the sellsword is fine. This is a 3-drop, that's a 4-drop, so that's actually a valuable trade for me. Oh, I was just saying that this is the only creature I have, so if they remove it, my Feign Death won't be doing anti-deadly dispute either, but of course they found the removal. But I have my own removal here, and I get to scry now, so let's get rid of this thing. And I will scry here. Okay, well, I can't cast it, but I'm not going to scry that thing to the bottom here. Okay, well, they had a very good 5-drop there, of course, because now I'm... the Cursed Idol is gonna... I have to do it. And I will get a Goblin token or a Treasure token. Goblin token allows me to use the Bull's Strength to kill the goblins there. I can also jump block and then use the dispute. Because I kind of want to play this thing so that I have Feign Death mana up here. I think I'm gonna still kill this thing. If I can kill it like this, that's good enough. Okay. But now if I draw a land, that would be good. Iron Golem. They have the perfect draws here. I mean, they get to apply so much pressure here. I'm not dying to this thing yet, but it's very close. I have the Eyes of the Beholder on this thing afterwards, but now I will play, of course, this right now. And I have the Feign Death if they have the removal, but I'm taking 5 here unless I choose to block and use the Feign Death, and then if they have more removal I will just die, especially if it is instant speed removal that they can use in response to my Feign Death. Oh, they have a Vorpal Sword. That is an insane card. But I guess it's not that good here now. Well, it's gonna be because they don't equip the Iron Golem. Why would they do that? But now they have only 2 red mana up, so I suppose I have to, of course, go for this now. It has the ward discard a card too, but they have a card in their hand. Now I will get a 5/5 that will become a 10/10 funnily. Eye of Vecna. They get to pay life and yeah, okay, that's that. Oh, that is perfect. That is really perfect. I can... Yeah, that draw was very good. Because I won't be getting a forest, but I will be drawing 2 cards with it. When I block, this has no trample, it has death touch. Wow. They paid life because they need to find an answer for the regent here. Sadly, they are at... Well, I have a dark pool here, so if I get to connect for 10 and I find a venture, then the drain life will be enough in that case, I guess. Burning Hands. They don't have the activation for this thing. I'm not dying unless they have a pump effect. Okay, the Hurt Gorger will be good. I have mana for it. I'm at 2, but I will go to 5. Oh my god. Look at this. Perfect seize from the opponent. I don't have the slightest luck here now. It's It's really frustrating to lose these close games like this. I had the means to deal with this board, but no, they had the direct damage there. I don't know what's going on here. Well, I'm again at 2 wins. Let's see if this is going to be another 2. And I was at 2-0 here. And then I lost 2 matches, and they were very close matches, both of them. It could have been either way, win or lose. But I think I'm definitely not completing this set without losing gems. That's pretty hard from this point, given this is my draft number 10 and I haven't had particularly good success in this format. So I'm not going to complete the set for free, definitely not. But I need to just figure out, am I not understanding what works in this? But I can't use these games as a, I mean, these have been so close. I could have won them equally well too. So we can't say that this is kind of not this is the kind of wrong deck. It's not a wrong deck. I mean, badly drafted or something like that. A kind of deck that doesn't work in this format. I don't think that is the case. Opponent has a good curve out here. I have options here. I kind of want to do that, but then I would have to trade with the Fang Blade here. I could let them... No, I'm gonna trade with this thing anyway, because they can also leave it as a blocker at some point. Now I can play the High X-Blade and then have a Feign Death up, but doesn't make any sense, does it? I think I just play this and I will trade the Gnoll Hunter here. I have the combination that I talked about, turn 2 Gnoll Hunter into turn 3 the Circle of the Moon Druid. But they have a Death Toucher, so they can just... They can do that too. Well, I'm gonna use the Moon Druid to kill. Trade with that thing. They went for the Fun Delver. Let's see if they have like a Feign Death here. Hopefully they don't. So I guess I'll just need to... Oh. I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna venture into a dungeon and play the Hexblade with the treasure token. To draw a card. So Scry probably is the one I want here. Land please. That is a land, good. And now I will play this thing, draw the forest. And then hopefully get another land at some point to get my bomb here. Although I might want to leave again the Feign Death up for it. Okay. That actually blocks this thing. Oh, but I have this thing. Well, that was good. That said, am I going to just play the Clattering Skeletons first? Yes, I am. If they attack with the Ranger, I have the Hexblade to block with. That can sack 1 creature per turn. So if I attack with this, what would they do? They can block with the Horde, yeah, this Horde Robber and the... No, and the 2/2 token. Yeah, then I will only trade with... Yeah, that's not good. Unless I use some trick there, which I don't want to actually do. So maybe I'll just play the Underdark Basilisk here. And have the stuff up here. Okay. They have assembled the defense, and they play a Planeswalker. That's how you win games in Limited. This this event wasn't easy for me. I won 2 games without too much trouble, I think. And then these horrible matchups. Well, not matchups, but I mean, even this game actually seemed okay here. I mean, this was an even situation before they played the Planeswalker here. Because this gives so much value to them. Well, the good news is they don't have a answer to the flyer. So the ranger, I can kill the ranger and then... Yeah, I guess I'll block with the clattering skeletons here, maybe to get the treasure token, because I need it. I need to cast this on the next turn. So they will sack a token to trade here with this clattering skeletons, which is fine. They can do that. They get the treasure. No, they... Yeah, sorry, that's... So I could use the feign death, but that makes no sense here. I need the... I'd rather just have the treasure token here. Make sure I can cast this thing. And then I will kill the 4-1 here. And hopefully they get to... Okay. So, come on. Land would be not bad. Okay, that's actually good too. But now they have one... They have one draw step to find an answer for this. Oh, but it has a ward, discard a card, which they don't have available. So, the Regent actually kills this, especially with this bull strength. Don't get any. But they missed, they drew the removal, but they forgot that it has a ward here. Look at this. They didn't remember the ward, but they drew this. So a good draw from the opponent, but yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy they did that. Wow. Wow. Ward, discard a card. This is not a fair card. Now, am I gonna kill this right away? I am. Right. This does mean I won't get the counters on the Regent, but it shouldn't matter too much. Okay, let's get rid of that. I have my stuff up here. Okay, so I'm actually in a good shape now. Oh, but let's see what they find next. Only a land. Well, this means I am going to win now. You know, they shouldn't play the lands because they need them to discard when they find another removal spell. Wow. What a thriller. The good thing is about the Elwick, of course, from my perspective. It's a Planeswalker that will win in the long run if you have the defenses. But it's not going to generate immediate advantage here. So I was, even though they played this before I was able to play my flyer, I had time to deploy the flyer, remove the blocker, and still kill this thing before things were too late for me to come back. Okay, well, that was a third win at least. Good. So let's try to continue this winning the games. The Cursed Idol, actually, the third ability there has been in this event actually useful. Maybe it is not so bad. Of course, it's usually not worth a card. But it's not so bad in the end. I'll just use this right away. I don't want to accidentally miss this activation here. Oh, there's my other bum rare. And am I gonna find? Yes, I'm gonna find a cursed. I need to land, so I will scry here. And I have a treasure, of course, too. Come on, land. Nope. That would be nice with my bum rare, but I need a land. Let's see if I can do it. I could. So, Yep, let's just play this. I will get to start venturing if they don't find a removal for it immediately. And it has ward 1, so it would have to be a 2. There is Dragon's Fire. Land drop Dragon's Fire deals with it. But they didn't have it. And they had a destroy target artifact, so I'm glad I used this before they were able to kill it. They still might have chosen to get the treasure for themselves. Anyway, here it is going to be... I could just attack. If they double block, I get rid of the both, but... I'm not sure if it makes any sense. I'd rather just... I'll just do this. And here it's gonna be a treasure token. I might need it more than the goblin token. Especially the goblin isn't that great against the 1-3 here. Or the 2-2. Okay, well, now they made that into a treasure. But it was fine anyway. I can actually play the Herd Gorger. I could play it right away if I really wanted to. The other options I have here are to just kill this thing, get a counter on this, and that's actually quite interesting too. And then I can, I guess, leave the bull's strength up. I'm not gonna play this merchant by sacking both of these tokens, even though it does generate a token, but these are cards when I eventually can play this thing. So yeah, I think it is going to be like this. Kill this and get a +1/+1 counter. Oh, I actually didn't realize I wasn't in the goblin lair here. So, well, it doesn't matter. Let's take the dark pool then. This is still fine. I can, you know, attack for 4. And yeah, I didn't realize that. If you don't take the goblin lair, you don't get the +1/+1 counter out of this. It's still fine. Opponent still has 3 cards, but I have a 7/6 they need to deal with at some point. That's a pretty good one. I need to block that. And I actually can't block it with the 2/4 here. Huh. I will play the old bear here. I will sack one of the treasures. Old bear can trade with this thing. Which one I want to sack? Is there a reason to leave the berries? I think I want to sacrifice this thing instead. I don't think my deck has any other enchantment removal because I played the one I have here. But the opponent doesn't know that. Oh, well that sucks. Okay, so let's draw a land, please. They get to do this for free. They have the Monk of the open hand. Yeah, that... Okay, they had a cheap removal for my 4/4. Man, these are not easy games. At least they are now having an empty hand. I have a 7/6 coming up now. Yeah, now I'm gonna sacrifice the treasure. Now it's gonna be time to... Let's stop fooling around here. I can't attack because they have a 2/1 first striker here. But let's hope they don't find anything like another one of these things, because that would kill the Herd Gorger here. Okay, they're gonna attack, but that's probably because they want to. They exile 2 cards, they can play them both. Oh my god, look at this. Oh my... Well, at least... No, they have mana for both. This is insane. They got 2... Yeah, whatever. Whatever. At least I got to eat that card, but they drew 2 cards from it. So they play that, and then they make the Herd Gorger into a treasure token. At least I can draw a card from it. But the Delina, that is annoying. It really is. But I guess I can just block it. Yeah. I'm not dead yet, but that was a good sequence for the opponent. Let's see. Do this. And the merchant, I suppose. I can leave the... I still have both the bull strength and the merchant ability up here. But let's hope the opponent doesn't draw a good spell now. Just something... Well, that's a 3-2-1 at this point of the game. Sure, have it. Have it then. Oh, and it's so good. Oh, look at this. They had an empty hand, and they still got a counter on this thing, because why not draw a cantrip creature into another creature? Yeah, I don't know. And now they cannot copy one of their stuff, because that is also... I mean, why not draw another card? That was actually... I just said, please draw some mediocre creature. Given what they have in here, that was an insane draw. So... whatever. I still can win the game. They just... opponent got a lot of advantage, now I need to draw my good stuff. So this will eat this for free. This they have an artifact, so this can be a 4/2 first striker. I might still maybe use the bull strength. This will exile at the end of combat. I could kill this thing with... well, I guess the Null Hunter doesn't actually do a whole lot here. So let's do it like this. Hopefully the card they drew isn't anything sick. But we will see it now. I'm not gonna use the bull strength here, because I need to draw cards from my treasures. I don't want to use them for mana. So now I got rid of that engine card too. Okay, good. Draw something good. This is good. It can, for example, deal with this. But first of all... sorry, I don't need black mana for that. I need... sorry, green mana, I need black and that. I can do this. Fangblade with feeblement up, and yeah, this I still have up the bull strength up if I need it. And let's see what happens. So currently I can deal with their board. I can't deal with their board anymore. This is an insane bomb rare. They get an anthem effect, and then the level 3 is just gonna win them the game. Okay. Wow. That wasn't easy, but at least I got the third win there. It seemed like I was gonna end the event at 2 wins, but this was just a complete fireworks. This drew the perfect things. This got so much value when they had an empty hand. They had this. They had another creature to give the monk a counter, and then they were able to make a copy of this to draw another creature, and then another card, and then they had the paladin class to just wrap things up here. All I needed here was a couple of turns, draw some cards, deal with their stuff, and draw my high impact cards. But no, the opponent was relentless here. There was no time for me to draw any cards here. They just got the good stuff there. And I didn't have anything in my deck to deal with this thing. There's no way I can beat a level 3 paladin class. I actually can't beat the anthem effect, which would have happened right away. 3/2 first striker. Sorry, 4/2 first striker. 3/2 first striker. I can kill one of them, but that's not gonna be enough. And the level 3 here actually seals the deal. Even if I was able to, hold back them with the anthem effect active. There's a 4/2, yeah. Well, that was that was my 10th draft, and I can say that hasn't been very profitable. I think I have gotten... well, we will see in the next part of the video when I have my the collection progress status update. You will see that the amount of gems I have lost in these drafts is pretty much the same that I have won packs. If I count the packs at 1200 each, that's basically the same that if I had just bought all the packs. But of course, in these drafts I have picked mythic rares and rares, so I am still, you know, on the positive there. But let's see this deck. This was, I mean, of course the 2 bomb rares were amazing and helped me win at least some of the games. I won only 3 here. But, well, you saw the opponent's draws. They were pretty good too for the opponent, so it wasn't really an easy event at all. Basically, there was no opportunity to stumble at all. It was just complete fireworks after fireworks. It was so important to do stuff all the time and do strong stuff too. Well, the deck was, in my opinion, quite good. 3 wins is still a reasonable result because you only lose 500 gems and get 2 packs, so it's not so bad. Let's claim the prize. And let's see in the next part how my collection looks like and how much have I paid for the progress so far. That will happen next. Okay, I actually want to mention one thing. I took a breather before I recorded the final part of the video, and I did pull up this video again of this situation here. Now, yeah, the concession was premature. I wasn't going to lose to the Paladin class immediately, and the reason I had a chance here, a quite good one, well, I don't know if it was a good, but if I did draw my flying bomber rare, that actually could win the game for me before the opponent can win with the Paladin class. Because with the bull strength and the ray of enfeeblement and the creatures I have, I actually was able to hold the ground for a couple of turns and even maybe jump block the double striker. And the double striker isn't even that good when they have like 3 and 2 power creatures. And I have the Fang Blade that can attack. They want to leave a blocker for the Fang Blade, so I don't know how they would have even attacked here. They would have activated the Anthem part of the card, but I had definitely good blocks for this turn with the spells I had in my hand. If I drew my flying, bomb vampire, and they don't draw removal for it, I was still in a, having a chance to win the match. So definitely I shouldn't have conceded. But the reason I conceded was because so many things happened exactly how the opponent, so well for the opponent. So that was kind of a build up of the tilt effect after tilt effect, because I was many times able to about to stabilize and take the command of the game, and then the opponent had things that allowed them to draw like 3 cards or something like that, and multiple times. Well, 2 times in fact, but that's still, well, they twice got to draw 2 cards, but point is, if they had like a not as an explosive effects on the previous turns, maybe the Paladin class wouldn't have tilted me as much as it did now. But I definitely should have just stopped and not consider anything else than what can I draw and how do I win, because I wasn't going to die immediately here thanks to the ray of enfeeblement and the bull strength here. So I should have kept going on and seen what I draw. Of course, it wasn't that likely for me to win, but there was a chance, so why would I concede when there's a chance? Okay, now let's go to the collection status update. Okay, so here are the graphs now. I made some beautiful coloring here. Your opinion may vary about that, but here is the harsh truth now. So after 10 events, it has been 5 traditional drafts and 5 premier drafts, and this is my success rate. No 3-0 results at all from the traditional drafts, which is always going to mean that you lose gems, because 3-0 is the only result that wins you gems. Of course, it does win, 1500 gems netting that, so that's a lot. But if you never get those, you will lose gems. So currently, my win rate is 60%, and I have lost 3,500 gems here. And as these packs are the prize packs from all these events. So 4 times 4, 16 plus the 1 from here, it's 17th pack. So this would cost in the store 3,400 gems. But of course, I have picked, rares and mythic rares, which, built me towards completing the set. So this is still better than if I had bought the packs from the store, but it's not a lot better than that. For the premier drafts, the miserable win rate of 51.6, I have 2 2-win results, 2 3-win results, and 1 of the 6-win results. So I have actually won only 13 packs, which would have cost in the store 2,600 gems. And now I have lost 3,200 gems, so not very good. But of course, the same thing applies here, that I have picked rares and mythic rares, so it's still slightly more, it's better to complete the set this way than just buy packs. But obviously, I should be getting a better win rates, otherwise it's going to be very expensive. As a to compare to, for example, Strixhaven, in the end, my Strixhaven win rate in the traditional drafts was around 72%, and my win rate in the Premier draft was, I think, 63%. I just checked them. So I'm like over 10 percentage units behind my normal success rate. So there are, of course, multiple explanations. First of all, this is only 10 events, so variance can be a weird thing. Well, not weird, but normal thing, but it's the sample size is not enough here yet. One other thing is that it's a new set, and I don't usually I'm not that good in fresh sets. It takes some time for me to actually understand what's good in the format, and it seems like the other players have grasped the format quicker than I, and my success has been not as good as for the opponents maybe. So on average, I don't do as well in the beginning of a format than in the later parts of the format. But yeah, this is the win rate here now, and how much it has cost me. So it's 6,700 gems that I'm down currently. Hopefully, I will be able to, decrease the rate of gem loss in the future drafts. And this is the progress in the set. So how to read this graph? Well, it's not a graph, but a spreadsheet. Is that this is my current packs 37, and maybe if you see here the sum of the packs here is actually 30, but I have gotten 7 packs from, well, 3 came from the Play D&D code from the store, and then 4 packs have come from the set mastery and mastery track. So that's why it's 37 here and not only the 30. So I have 37 packs now, and this is the amount of mythic rares I have picked in the drafts, although one of them actually came from the Mastery Pass track. It has guaranteed Forgotten Realms mythic rare ICRs. So yeah, that one of them was from there. So I have picked 8 mythic rares in drafts, and 20 rares I have picked in the drafts. And the set has a total of 20 mythic rares, so 80 total when you multiply it by 4, and it has 60 rares, so 240 total rares to collect. And what does this mean? Estimate after opening packs. So this is basically a sum of my current amount of the cards of the particular rarity, plus then if I open these, what is the expected amount of mythic rares I would be opening from them? Well, these are the calculations there. So basically 37 multiplied by 0.1333 is 5 here when you round it to the nearest integer, and then if you multiply this thing 37 with 0.8, you get actually 30. So I'm assuming that if I would open these packs now, my rares would go from 20 to 50, and my mythic rares would go from 9 to 14. So this is the progress. 14 out of 80 mythic rares is 17.5% expected rate of progress, and 50 out of 240 is slightly over 20%. And this is after 10 drafts. So if I kind of extrapolate from here, if I multiply this with 6, it's very close to 100. It's actually a bit over 100%. So like I initially said, that I assume to be completing the set in maybe around 60 drafts. So this basically is, quite close to that. If I could maintain the rate of picking these mythic rares, the rares will be completed before mythics anyway. I don't have to worry about them. If I keep the rate of picking mythic rares similar, and actually I also hope that I will be able to have a bit better success in the events. Of course, if you get more wins, you will get also more packs. So if I'm able to improve my success rate in the events, I think I should easily be able to complete the set in 60 drafts. I will be playing some sealed though at some point, so that will be a different. It will throw some. Well, I have to adjust these spreadsheets a bit at that point, but I will see it then. Anyway, that's the current progress status. Around 1/6 of each mythic and 1/5 of each rare has been collected, basically, if I would open the packs. I will do the same kind of status update after the next 10 events. And of course, the next draft will be a traditional draft. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.